What's up YouTube? Large project on the docket today. I need to take a tree and turn it into a dining room set. A couple years ago I milled up this oak tree, and the whole point was that it was eventually going to turn into a live edge dining room set. And today's the day we need to start working on that project. Now there was one problem that we encountered whenever we were milling up this tree, which was we hit a lot of metal. And when we did, it kind of threw off the cut so they're not perfectly flat. Because of that, what we're going to do is we're going to take all those slabs out, we're going to cut them up into smaller manageable pieces, joint and plane them, and then reattach them together. And by doing that, that's going to save us a lot of lumber and it's going to retain the thickness of the slabs. So it's time to dig these things out of the pile and start milling.
No rest. No, no. I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. This ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail. I've been running so long.
After we milled up all of our slabs, we set them on edge. That way they get good airflow and it lets the wood just settle down. We removed a lot of wood, which means it could impact the moisture content within the wood. So we want them to sit here, rest for a bit. They've been sitting here all week. Now it's time to remill them, get them down to the final size, and put them together and make a tabletop. Well, here's our table, or what's going to be our table. Everything's planed down, everything looks beautiful. So now I'm going to try to assemble it. Because of the size of this, I'm going to glue it up in sections, and I'm going to use some dominoes for alignment. That way the top stays nice and flat. And then I will probably glue it here on the floor. I don't typically like that because I want to use my workbench because it's flat, but because of the size of this thing and I have other projects going on, the floor is going to have to work. the table is looking gorgeous. All those planks came together and gave it this seamless look. I love the waviness that was underneath the bark. So I got it all sanded down to 120 grit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this over and I'm gonna work on installing the bases. So the bases are gonna be black X-beam steel bases. And what I wanna do is I'm going to route out a channel for the base to sit into. I know you could just connect it straight to the bottom, that's fine. But I kind of want that clean look of having that bottom bracket inside the table. And then once all that fits together, everything looks good, then I'll do the final sanding down to 180 grit, and then I can start working on applying the finish. Now, let me show you these bases because they're really awesome. A little dusty, but it's a working shop. These things are phenomenal. So this is the ones that are gonna be for the benches. There's gonna be 2 benches with this table. All this is heavy duty steel with adjustable feet on the bottom that screw up into the leg. So we've got 2 sets of this for the benches, and then these massive guys here for the table itself. Super heavy, really well built steel. So these right here came from Dispro Designs. I will link him down in the description below if you want to see some of his work. So he custom made these for our table, and I'm really excited to see how they look with the tabletop on top of these things. All right, our table's done. Well, we still gotta put finish on it, but this looks awesome, nice and smooth. The only thing left actually on the table is I'm gonna round over the edges here on the side and do a final sanding on the underside of it, but I'm not gonna do that until I apply finish. Next step is I need to build 2 benches, 1 for each side, and they're gonna come from the same oak log that the top came from, so I need to dig through my slab pile, get those slabs out and mill it up. After a lot of sanding and prep work, now it's time to apply the finish. And I'm gonna go with Rubio Monocoat. I've never used it before, so I'm excited to give it a try. What a beautiful table. And it is amazing to be able to go from a tree and turn it into all of this. It was a lot of work, but it was also a great experience, and I can't wait to see this in its new home. If you like this sort of content, then please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Until we meet again, get in your shop and build something awesome.